In fact, they are not. They are far from that. But it is it has a commercial rights.
Mm-hmm.
Besides commercial rights, they look at the physicality. They look at the techniques, the technical know-how. So if I think you're a Christian, I don't know whether you're a deacon in your church, but if you read the Bible, some portion said Ecclesiastes 18:19, a feast is made for laughter, one make merry, but money answers all things. So there where the money is. Let me give you some little information about the English Premiership. Before, the French League will rank higher than the English Premiership. So where the best of English players will come to play, they will come to France to play. You remember the great Mark Italy, Glenn Hoddle, and the rest, they were there. So the English League will put together a technical team to make category of who can play in the Premiership. So those founding regulations, you have to go through the academies there. You have to play at least 65% of your national team if you are not from Wales and England. And so those criteria put into place set a tone for the English Premier League to be number one. The reason why the Spanish League is number two is because you have the best players. There are categories. If you look at the Italian League, it's because of the passion for the game. I'm giving the ranking by FIFA and Euro. Mm-hmm. If you look at the German League, they look at the passion from the fans and the institution facilities that they have there. Which of course the French League lacks. You can take somebody from Liberia today, the French League probably they want you to go to the academy. But it's not compulsory to go to the academy to play in the French League. A player in the French League today, like the last season that just ended, makes 30,000 a pound per annual. If you compare that to the Premiership, it's peanuts. So the rating of the leagues is not based on solo where score how many goals. It's where do you find the more players, the best players, right? Where do you find them? You find the best player in Spain, not in France. Not in France. Okay? So if somebody scored 20 goals in the French league and somebody scored 20 goals in the Italian league, that person is far better than the person who played in the French league. This is why when they are voting world best or European best, it is based on that category because they feel the English league is number one because of the commercial rights, but the best players go to Spain. Finally, before I leave you, when Brazil was Brazil would not feed a player that played in the French league or player that played in the English league at the time. You must either be playing either in Italy or in Germany, else they will not use you. But since the English league have come to stand up, they can use you to play in the English league. If you're Brazilian, you're on the French league, the only way they use you if they lack competition within that position. That's the only way they use you. So looking at all the criteria put together by expert people who design the games, I think Diva could be right, but the reality of the day, if you look at the criteria set, I think the French league rightly belong to being number 5 at it is. And this is why when you have the teams that represent the zero countries in the league, the French league is just one of those that have less team. I think they have 2 teams going. The third team goes for playoff, while you have 5 teams from England and 5 teams from Spain and the other countries, Germany and the rest of it. So it's based on the ranking of the teams that have they participate in European competition.
Okay, any final thing quickly, especially talking about local sports in Liberia, any final thing you'd like to say? We've closed down the season, but the new season will start shortly. I guess you've been following the league. Fastel just won the league. Any final thing quickly before we wrap up from the local league in Liberia?
Well, I think to see Liberian football develop, not just football, all of disciplines, we need to rally around, whosoever is at the echelon of the game. What I mean, I know we cannot 100%, separate the game from politics, but if we make politics a priority, we won't go far. And the media need to play a critical role. Okay? Because let me tell you this, when I was writing sports, we have local coaches that were doing well. I have written a lot of articles, and one of those that is always being overlooked. I don't know whether he's still coaching or he has given up. Is Francis Santiago Sackler.
Yeah, from Club Beer.
From Royal Club Breweries at the time. I don't know whether he's still there. This is person the leadership needs to look at, in terms of making future appointments. What do I mean by that? Coach, if you watch the European games today, coaches that are doing well, those are people that develop the youth come from youth level, people that break up team, win trophies without big names, without finances. There was a club called St. Anthony.
In Lockingtown.
St. Anthony is from Lockingtown. So St. Anthony came to the fore and disgraced all of the big teams we have in Liberia at the time. The Mighty Barrow, the IE, the this and that. Who brought it down? It was Santiago Sackler. That game when they beat St. Anthony, the IE, the Barrow, all the teams were celebrating. This man, you gave him under 20, he performed. Why don't you try him one day with the senior national team? He's learned. He's not a high school dropout. He's not a college dropout. He's a chemist by profession. You also play the game. He may not have played for IE, this and that, but he played along with some of my time from Rwanda in those days. So what I'm saying is, let policy aside, let's look for our best to represent us, and we'll do well. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It was nice having you as a veteran Liberian sports writer and journalist Isaac Solo-Kelber, weighing on several issues relative to sports in Liberia, bringing us to the break of this presentation. We take a short break. When we come back, we usher in our guests and discuss youth football development. Please don't go away.
Allies, athletes, and individuals, as well as stories, all is Mary Sports provides you the opportunity to create allies, athletes, and individuals, as well as stories, all in Mary Sports provides you the opportunity to create.
Many thanks for rejoining us. If you're just coming our way, watching Mary Sports yet on Intel Sports Liberia's exclusive sports television station. You're number one, and it's undoubtable. We now have our guest, Wayne Gaga, Youth Coordinator at the Liberia Football Association. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Julius, and thanks to be in this studio relocated for the very first time. And it's a pleasure being here to discuss youth football at the level of the Liberia Football Association.
It's good to have you. Before going further, let's look at your days playing. What level did you stop in the game, firstly, as a footballer?
I started at the level of third division. And
Which team?
I played for Salvation FC, and I was on loan to what's the team, GM Professional, but then the league didn't go on, so I can't say that I played second division. Yes, there where I stopped. Salvation at the level of the St. Paul's River subcommittee. But played for several other clubs before ending up with Salvation FC.
Tell us your role on the pitch back then, and how was it like football back then? I know it wasn't.
I was a forward. Play any part of the forward positions, 7, 11, 9, whatever we call it. They're very fast. Skillful, and had the ability to spin my way out in terms of being tackled or put into attack positions by defenders. As you can see, those that know me are not the person with height, so I normally play away from the defenders and use my speed to beat past them and get goals scores. So. But you're one of the witnesses, so you know that.
You're speaking for the public, though.
Yeah, so when I got through with my active playing,
why you left? Sorry.
Injury one, and also school, because back then we were not really encouraged as per our height, and a lot of people say, "Oh, at their level." And but then who we had taking care, nurturing us in terms of football, never gave us that encouragement fully that regardless of your size, you can make it through. So for every time receiving those negative feedbacks, I thought to focus on my education, and sadly I also got injured in doing the process. But not only playing for third division team, I was able to play for Babulu County 2 different times in the National County Sports Meet. And,
so you had a taste of the National County Sports Meet?
Yeah, I had a taste, and also I got recruited for the Honor 20 before, but the trip was cut off, and we never had the time to travel to at least represent the red, white, and blue flag colors. But that's it, and now we are in the football administration, so it's life after playing football.
Yes, it's life after playing football. That's a good one. So starting up at the level of your position, the youth coordinator, tell us your role and what do you do so far?
My role is very huge, but it looks easier to me because of those who I have and those who I work with, and the way in which I plan my activities, and with the support of my supervisors, my colleagues, and the larger society like the executives and our stakeholders, our sub-association chairpersons. So it makes the job very easy. It's just a matter of you paying attention to what you want, how well you plan, and what do you want to achieve. So my role at the FA is to supervise, is to coordinate, and to work in line with the technical development plan of the LFA in terms of youth football. So if we talk about youth football, it's not limited only to boys, that's boys and girls at the level of under 20, under 17, under 15. And so forth. So it's a huge task, but we are making it bit by bit, and things are working good, and we hope to achieve more for Liberia once we have the opportunity to serve.
15, 17, 20, like you say, is a huge task, and both for males and females. Let's start up. Which one of them? I know starting the process, and it hasn't been easy, but One of them perhaps could be, someone may say, your darling, one of the teams that you really enjoy from the building up stage and up to present, 15, 17, 20. Which one will you point finger to?
So at this point, before I get to that, when I got out of the FA around 2023, I've already received the sad information about Liberia's disqualification from the Honor 17 WAFU A qualifiers in Mauritania. So it's something that I already have, and as negative information. So it gave me more pressure to make sure that Liberia do not and will not should not be in that situation again.
Okay.
So
what did you do?
Yeah, so we started to work with Kimberly Plans with our departments, thanks to our supervisor, firstly the late Henry Brown, and now Mr. Dogo Wisa came in, who is very passionate about it, and my colleagues Nathaniel Sherman, Baraka, and the list go on. So we start to strategize firstly the recruitment of the players, looking at the upper age limit and the lower age limit for them, so that it can be in compliance with what FIFA or CAF wants us to represent. So we started that. We recruited a lot of players from our previous National U15 League, because when I got in, but then the FA had 8 counties participating in the National U15 League.
Okay.
And they had their own domestic competition in the counties. And the aim point of that competition was to bring the champion teams, along with few other players from the other teams who were pre-scouted. And just within that time, I got employed at the FA, so I needed to implement that task firstly. And when unsuccessfully, we brought those counties players to town.
Sorry, could you name some of the counties?
Maryland, Maryland, Sando, we have Bon County, Nimba, Maigibi, Bapulu. Yes, so they were brought to town. We launched them at the technical center. We had games played to determine who wins the national championship for that year. So in the interim of that competition, we were scouting players. And those players that were scouted, we started to work with them for our Honor 17 national team. We didn't only stop there. We held other competitions like the Heroes Cup to have other kids who never had the opportunity to play in the national championship to tell us what they are made of, to see whether they can be recruited for the Honor 17. We did all of those, and we had a tour in the nearby counties again, like Grand Bassa, Nimba, Bonk, Magibi, and we recruited few players. So when we came up with the listing of the players, thanks to our president, who is very visionary, and we came up with this suggestion that before we go forward, we need to do a pre-check of our players, because we messed up on that.
In reference to age?
Yes, we messed up on it, and it was costly, yes, but we did. Firstly, we did the pre-check at the GFK Medical Center to determine, even though what they have there is not as accurate as the MRI machine, but it's an S-rate for the left wrist that determines approximately age for players. So it tells you maybe this player is between 15 to 16, 16 to 17. It's not exact, but it's something. Yes, from there it's something. Yes, so it's something that we work with first. And thanks to our medical committee, headed by Dr. Clarence Yaski, was very supportive, and we were able to do that pre-check. He reviewed all of the results, and he recommended a list of players that we can start to work with. So we started the preparation again. We said, no, we need to do the pre-MRI test. So we took about 53 players to Sierra Leone, where they have the machine, and we were able to do that pre-check. And out of that pre-check, we had about 13 players who failed the test, which means they were overage, and we have 40 that we could work with. The coaches could do their best selection because we are not the coaches. So we did that, and we did the selection. We got the delegation, we went to Senegal, and Liberia came off as the only country that never had any player that failed the MRI test.
Wow, that's so cool.
So that was the first achievement that I've got so proud of, that we failed the last time, but this time around, with the collective efforts of all of us, we are proud that our country knew they didn't get out on the media or wherever.
For the wrong reason.
Again, here they are.
Yes, cheaters.
Yes. So for that, we're clear with it, and we congratulated ourselves and the parents, the teams that work with us.
How was the performance?
We were not fortunate to move to the next round.
Okay.
So we had to come back, but we saw it as an achievement that we never carried over each player, and we were so proud of our boys, and the process continued as we actively got involved with the TDS after returning from Senegal. And today, those who are following our works, you can see the level of work we have done from the talent development scheme. And we are very hopeful that the next Honor 17 competition, Liberia will come up with flying colors. That we can tell you, and that we are very sure of because of the quality of players we have and the age group that we have.
What are you doing currently at the technical center for the sake of those who are watching to know exactly? And I hope, our producers can get us some actions on the screen as we are talking to see exactly some of what we've made of in Liberia, talking about the young talents. What do you have there?
So at the technical center currently, we have our boys moving to camp every weekend. Because of their school. So thank God school, a lot of schools closing now, and we have a full house and a full time at the technical center. So in Monrovia, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have trainings for the at the BYC field. And also on Tuesday and Thursdays, we have training for our Honor 12, our Honor 13, and our Honor 14 at the Blue Field. Then on Friday, we take them to the technical center for a weekend training camp. Sunday evening, they get back home to be with their parents and get ready for school. So that's far we have gone, and we are doing it in order to have all of our age group activated, because we can have the Honor 12 and Honor 13, plus the Honor 14, progressing to the Honor 15 national team. If we have any Honor 15 competition, like we have the school competition that's coming up, and we also have our Honor 15 and our Honor 16 boys who can represent us at the level of a Honor 17 competition. So that's what we are doing currently with the TDS program, and it's going on very well thanks to FIFA and thanks to the coach they have assigned to Liberia, Mr. Ami. He's doing very well. And also with our coordinator for the TDS, Nathaniel Sherman. We are doing a very good job there, and we are hopeful of coming up with a flying color at the level of the Honor 17.
How many players or kids we have now currently at the technical center?
Per the age group, we have at most 25 players per age group. So at the level of the Honor 17, it's around 25 players. Honor 12 to Honor 15 is around 25 players. So
besides the footballing aspect, are there other things that you people are trying to impact?
Yes, so it's in our program that at the next stage of the TDS, where we're going to have the launch of the National Academy that will be named in honor of our late technical director, Mr. Henry Brown. We're going to have those young boys at the center, fully taken care of, live there as a boarding mission, schooled right closer to the technical center, medication, insurance, and so forth going to be provided. And that will be the next stage after we have launched the National Academy for the TDS.
So that is currently in progress.
Yeah, it's in progress. We are doing a lot of work behind the scene to see how best that National Academy can be launched.
But are we almost there, or are we still far?
We are almost there. We are almost there, and hopefully we'll be there very soon.
How do you see the kids in terms of their seriousness, their time putting in, and that of their own talents?
Yes, you need to take time to our viewers, those of you who are in...
I hope we can get that on the screen as well, so they can see.
Those of you who are in Liberia or closer to the BURC field, take upon your time. Today is Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, you can take your own time, just move at the BURC field and see the level of work we are doing. The quality of players that we have. It will interest you to know that we took those young boys to Egypt early this year for 2 friendly matches. We played Tanzania. You know, that was the time of the preparation for the Under 17 AFCON.
Yeah, sure.
The one that we messed up on. So we had Tanzania Under 17 and Egypt Under 17. So we took boys who are under 15 to Egypt. They drew against Tanzania Under 17, 1-1, and they were defeated by Egypt 5-3. So with that first experience, and again, Julius, for a very first time, we have a kid, because our TDS program have moved to 14 of the 15 counties.
Okay.
So
which county is out?
Sano, sorry.
Sano. Any reasons why?
Yes, but then the breach, got sport, so the team couldn't make it to travel, and now we are into the rainy season. So we are hoping to go to Sano anytime after the rainy season.
Okay.
So that's the only kind.
That would be good.
Sorry to Sano.
No, it's not a problem.
It's not intentional, but it's about those natural disasters and things. So our team moved to those counties. Scotted players, right in Grand Kitman County. 2 players for the very first time. For the very first time to be taken from a time, I think it's Mandina, if I'm mistaken. Either Mandina or Gawla, one of them. From Kitman, maneuver straight to Egypt.
Very, very first time.
So you should know the testimony of that player. No one needs to tell you to continue playing football or to be serious playing football. Parents came to the office thanking the LFA. That morning when the team was traveling, parents transported themselves
to the airport.
To the airport. Because the very first time looking at those kids, having that opportunity in a twinkling of an eye, is because of their talent, and we are there to give them that opportunity. Because that's the reason we come up with our clear motto: give every talent a chance. Because if you give a child a chance, it's possible that he explode and he become one of our greatest footballer that will ever celebrate in Liberia. So that's a testimony for those players. And also in Nimba, we took players from all over, not only Mosurado, all over we took them, and they were able to be part of the delegation to Egypt. So like now, the FA has a program that we are running 9 countries are participating in our youth programs. We hope to catch the other countries during our next league season. So at this point where we are now planning is to have the national championship again.
Okay.
But this time it will be in a different format. First, we have only the champion team coming. So what we have instituted is the best players, 18 best players
In there.
in the entire league will represent, for example, Sano County U15.
Okay.
So it'll be like a county meet, but at the level of U15.
Yeah.
So that's the plan we have now, and hopefully we're going to implement that very shortly. We pray to have the funding for that because it comes with a lot of cost. He will take in about close to 1,000 person to a location to have that national championship. So we have people will be coming from Sano County, people will be coming from Bapulu, Nima, Pong, Grand Bassa, Grand Chile, River G, yes, My Gibi. So that's where we are, and we are also going to have that. It's also extension of the talent development scheme because we have our scouts there, and our talent RD, James Alisa Diba, he's being assigned with the TDS now as the chief scout for Liberia, and his team, because he have about 4 other person working with him. So we're going to take them there, have that competition, and they'll be able to scout talent for our TDS and also for our youth national teams. So there where we are, and we hope to get the support, and we continue praying because what we get from FIFA is not that sufficient to have all of these programs, because Jesus, we have added 2 other programs to what we had before. The Honor 8 and the Honor 10. Go at the year that you feel. Let's say at the practice pitch. Saturday morning, go and see these kids. Also this coming Saturday, it will be good. You just take your time and move at the BYC field to see these kids, because the level of their league now is the final stage, wherein the champions and the runners from the 3 sub-committees that participated will move now to play their own national championship to see who will represent Mozambique County. So that's how it look like, and we are also there encouraging our parents to continue working with us, because though we succeeded before, but it's still becoming something that
Go straight to the point.
yes, it's still becoming something that we continue to fight about. I think at this level we're supposed to pass that, but we still fighting on is cheating, and we are still encouraging our parents, our club owners, because Judas, if you are 15 years old, a very good player, you need about 3 more years to leave Liberia. No team will sign you at 15 years old. So there is no need for you reducing your age. So better you have the right age, and Scott can be able to see you and make contact with you very fast. Someone can be able to work with you for 1 year, but not 3, 4, 5 years. So we also encouraging our parents, our club officials, let us work together and be able to be truthful with this age issue, because it's a real challenge. Seriously, it's a real challenge.
If you're just coming our way, you're watching Midweek Sports here on Intel, and our guest in studio is youth coordinator at the Liberia Football Association, Wayne Gaga, former footballer turned football administrator. Wayne, I want to bring you to this point. I also see some young guys also now taking part in the referee aspect of these kids. You want to bring us up to speed? How are you doing that as well? Who are training them?
Okay, so what we thought to put forth through the referees angle is that at that level we are nurturing young players, and the referee too needs to be nurtured.
Of course.
So since we have this program of I think a month or so back, we certificated around 50, if I'm mistaken, 50 some more referees, young referees. So we thought to use them to keep them active in our youth competition, because now it's flooded up there to go play 3rd division, 2nd division, 1st division. So that's why we have the youth competition, and we have them there. participating, actively engaged, keeping their self on top of the laws of the game and so forth. So as we are nurturing players, we are also nurturing our referees, we are also nurturing our coaches, because at that level we entertain coaches who has a lesson D level 1 to be a part of the process so that they can have time to practice, because you cannot be trained and don't have the space to practice. So that's the reason we have those young referees, young coaches at that level to be able to build themselves up and come up tomorrow.
How has it been for them from your own observation, watching them perform? Okay, I see one of them here.
Yes,
that one on the screen.
Yeah, that's a very good kid, and interestingly, his father is also a referee.
His name?
He's Thomas.
There you see him.
His father is Thomas McGill. I think he should be James McGill if I'm mistaken. Yes, but he's McGill. His father is also a referee, so
they have to follow him through his father.
Yes, and he's very smart on top of the game and making a lot of strides. And that's how Samuel Zion came out. Today, Samuel Zion is refereeing in the first division, the second division. In the National College Sports Meet, we have referees that Joseph, what's the kid name? Just forget his last name. Joseph is there. We have Jorino Morris. We have a lot of youthful referees. They started at this level, and today they are out there refereeing the first division league, the second division league. So that's why we thought to use our young referees at that level. You are learning how to play football. You don't know how to play football. So I'm learning how to ref. Yeah, so if I made a mistake, we manage it. Yeah, we manage it so that we be able to fix it and we learn. And next time we'll do it better. So that's the interesting thing about it. You know how to ref. You know how to play. You know how to play. This is our learning.
It's still coming up.
Yeah, so
it's actually interesting. But the way in which we are seeing more males, their willingness coming playing from the level 8, 10, 12, perhaps 15. Are we seeing that from the females end?
That's a real challenge for us. But we are strategizing to...
Because we're talking about women football.
Yes, we are strategizing to do our best to curtail that.
What is the real sticky issue there? The parents not
the availability of the parents releasing their girls at that level.
Okay.
It's one of the main reasons. And we don't have a lot of academies who are interested in focusing on our young girls. Even at the level of the upper women division, it's a real challenge there. You see team only having 15 players. They're coming to a game with 11 players, with 12 players. So what we are thinking of doing is, that's in our plan already, is to staff on the schools. Our women department also working along. We have a plan to launch a program this coming academic in the school for our elementary schools, under 15 girls. Start to train them to play football, and if all goes well, we have some of our coaches assigned to those schools to start nurturing those girls and see which one of them, how many can we get to start building up our under 15 girls team. So like you see, that's why we have the community league.
Yeah.
So if you follow the women's community league, you have most of the girls who are there, say around 14, 15, 16 years old. So at the level of the under 17, we don't have too much issue. But our main issue is at the level of the under 15. And that's why we want to start it in the schools. So we'll be coming to schools at the start of this academic year, because by all costs, Liberia must participate in the African school competition, both boys and girls, in the next edition.
Do you have money for that? Is the money syndrome all over the place?
That's a challenge, but by the grace of God, we'll get there. We will do our best. We'll make a strive around, even though we don't have the support for our youth programs. It's a real it's a sticky thing. As you may be aware, the government have already toward that plain blank, and so
Clear cut.
yeah, they are clear with it. We will focus on the bull. That's a men's and women's senior national team. So Paul Berlin now is on the FE, and there where we are. So we hope to have the support that our national teams, our youth national teams, can be able to participate in all of these competitions. Because Julius, if we give these young boys and girls the opportunity, who knows, one or two can be seen out there, and they can make us strive, make their way through, and be able to help their families, to help the country as well. Today we are boasting of more youth out there. Like 2 days ago, we saw on Facebook Devantia and Emmanuel Fode. They are in Slava Prague, first team. We also saw Emmanuel CA and this kid Vasco Sumo. They are with their club. Last year they were at the under 19 level. This year they are in pre-season with the first team. So how did they get there? They created a program. 3 years back, they were given the opportunity. So if the ones we have now give them the opportunity, pretty soon we have a lot of youth players out there, and we can start to depend on them for our senior national team, because it's somehow difficult to even follow a lot of our senior national team players because the competition they are in and so forth. So if we have these players who we know already going out there to play for top teams, it's easy for us to have our senior national team selection. So we hope to get the money. We hope that the government will change their mind, that we can do something for, if that is 100%, at least 50% or 60% of each of the youth national team budget. We can be able to sponsor it. That will be fun for us as well, because little is much. My God is in it.
Oh, we are out of time, but we'll just squeeze this in. I guess that I'm aware, though, that you travel with the youth national teams on some games or activities. What are some of the difference that you see in the other teams, unlike our team, that you people need to work on, especially the coaches or technicians?
It's a broader stuff, Julius.
Maybe one or two we just want to touch on quickly.
The first thing is we look at the players. The few travels I did, most of the players, or most of the teams we encounter, they have a lot of players coming from outside to join the young one.
With that age level,
Yeah.
15?
No, we have under 17, under 20.
Under 17, under 20,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
Yeah, they come and
To beef up the
beef up.
national team.
yes. And two, we find it difficult in preparation. Julius,
Let's look at, let's leave the money, the preparation. Let's look at on the pitch, the performance, the two teams.
so if you, like I said, looking at the atmosphere in the European war, or maybe in the American war, so to that of Africa, because you have players who leave from there to come and represent our countries. They have different thinking, different mentality of the game, and you see the difference to that of our players. We don't have that exposure for our players. You will see we have a lot of players that play very well in the 7th division, in the 1st division. But if you give them the opportunity to go out there, Julius, once they touch the pitch, I don't know whether it's phobia or whatever, their mind different, and things just look strange to them on the pitch.
So you think
exposure,
and self-confidence, and that means the coaches too will have to talk to them, motivate them to.
Julius, if we give them the opportunity to be exposed, have training camps, they will build up. They will build up. We see a lot of different things. We just went to Ivory Coast. Julius. everywhere we train, we have a natural pitch, and you have everything in place. Everything in place. When the team is training, the coaches are following every aspect of the training. So if you keep that team in Ivory Coast maybe for 2 weeks or 3 weeks before going to a major competition, the team will be exposed because you will be going to a lot of big areas that will make you to be frightened because you may be afraid. And after you being afraid, you overcome it and be prepared for the main challenge.
Sure.
So we need to expose our players. But it requires money, Julius. It requires money, and like I said, they were free. No money, we cannot prepare adequately. Once we don't have the money, we cannot prepare adequately because we need time. You can't have a major competition and want a team to train like 3 weeks to the competition. Impossible. Right. That's why you football. You need consistent training because the kids, you teach someone here today, they go home, tomorrow they come, you got to start back. And not all of our Liberian players have that level of that retentive memory. You got to keep them on before moving on to the next step. So we need to expose our teams, our youth teams, we need to expose them, we need to have training camps. We need to start preparation very early. And they need the support. Our technicians need the support. And the support cannot only come from the FA. What the FA gets is very limited for the programs that we have. If I start a new
programs to get more talents on board.
Of course. You can't continue working with one group of people. You can't continue working with one group of people. You need to extend it. And the only way to extend it is develop more programs and be able to see other people. So the bottom line is we just need that financial support.
You think if you get the support that you really need, Liberia can make a huge progress?
Yes. Okay, let me tell you this. I don't know whether others who are working in our office have that confidence. But the effort and the time we are putting in our TDS program, Julius, 2 years, Liberia qualified for AFCON, Youth AFCON. 2 years.
You are on record and we'll hold you for that.
I'm clear with that. With the effort, the preparation, and the work we are doing with our TDS program, 2 years from now, Liberia will go to Honor 17 AFCON.
We hope to see that. That's the youth coordinator, Liberia Football Association, Wayne Gaga. He's been our guest in studio discussing youth football in Liberia. It's been a fascinating time. Earlier, we have Vi Mobile, veteran Liberian sports journalist and writer Isaac Solo-Kegbe. He was weighing in on sports-related issues in the country. Many thanks for watching. Join us next Wednesday for another fascinating edition of Midweek Sports on Intel Sports. Bye-bye for now.
Allies happenings and the news, as well as stories, all is Mary Sports, fast you the opportunity. Allies happenings and the news, as well as stories, all analyze happenings, trending news, as well as Mary Sports has you the opportunity to interact Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television station. Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre and post productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television. Mary Sports. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television station. Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre and post productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television.
So this is the second game of the day in the second division league, Liberia Keyboard Federation, the National Lottery Keyboard League. And today is our broadcast 2, the second game for our broadcast here. We have Yasmod going against Watanga KC. I'm just seeing, passing by our commentary booth, all of Liberia coaches. So Robert Latte is also here, Cooper Sana, and as well as Sam Chipley. They are all here at the keyboard field. I see Yasmod have made a first home. The lady promised Thomas. Promise have made herself home. And they have occupied 3 of the bases within their first inning. Right after this game, we'll go into the first league. Let's see. And Adila Colley for the right foot. Squares 2. For Colley, Watanga trying to pull something here. And Colley put a right foot into it, advancing forward. Ruth Thomas is out. 3 out. 1 home run for Yasmod. With a matter of fact, Watanga FC is also in the first division league of the Liberia Football Association. And they are here in the second league of the Liberia Keyboard Federation League. It is owned by Deputy Minister of Sports, G. Andy Kwemi. This is what we call sports. Taking part in every division of sports. Give me a minute. Watanga will go for a first inning, taking the first kick. Dana Chasso is throwing the ball for knee. I don't think that she can have that ball for herself. Let's see. Scores 2, and it goes 3, and it's out. 1 out. Now Tamila Gabla of Watanga stress 2, no, 2 against the pitcher. There's no stress to Damela, and Jamila tried to play this one. Oh, she wouldn't be given a free walk. So, free work given to Jamila Kabla of Watanga KC. Now Jufina put her right foot into it, land in the middle of the field, but the Emperor said, you have to come back. The ball did cross the line. That's been ruled again. Jufina scores 1 against Jufina, 1 against the pitcher. It's Jufina collected, and it's out. 2 out to Watanga. Great one there from Yashmo, trying to put on defensive system, defend well, maintain the lead, and they will have to walk away with the day. Hope they continues with just the first inning for Watanga. They have done with their first inning. Let's see. Fit Martial, free work given to Fit, and they will have to extend their movement. 2 of the bases have been occupied by Watanga KC. It's now Princess Clayton. Clayton again. It's just not working for her. She wants to have a hard strike. No, it's out. 3 out. No home run to Watanga. Still take the lead. Yasmo take the lead. And Yasmo will go for their second inning. It's taken by Promise Thomas. Nothing has happened. She ran to the first base. Now Rosalind Coca doing something special. Is out. Play now to the midfielder. Spend play well. Lady Patient Robert. Promise Thomas have made her way to the tail base. Tourists out. Free word giving to Ruth Thomas. And they will all have to occupy out of the bases. Let's see. Grace Vanny. No, that's Lily Rose. This could be there for Promise. And it's safe. It's safe. 2 homes. 2 homes run for Yashma KC. Watanga still suffering. And we'll have to do something here again. This time around, taken well by Adila Colley. Still Colley. Going home. They will have to do the free kick. Stretch 1 against Colley of Yashma. Still Colley is out. It's out. They still take the lead. 2 homes run for Yashma KC. Watanga KC are down. And they will have to go for their second inning. Hope they will maintain to themselves Yashma. Or Watanga will come on. It's taken beautiful place in the middle of the field. And that's the lady Diana Jasu. Now Jamila Gabla. Kapla is out. Hit both her legs. Is out. And Jofina Kwayo. That's Kwayo? Yeah, it's a native name. Fernand go on. Scratch 2 for Jofinan of Watanga. Free word giving. Watanga still making move, but yet to make that way home. Now Faith Marshall. Sticking is out. 2 is out for Watanga KC. Princess Clayton. Still Clayton. She tried doing it high. It's not working for them. They are not doing well. They are not just making any effort to see themselves home. Hope this will beat it. This player wrong to the third base. She tried to make her way home. Let's see what happens. And it's out. Why can't she slide? Why can't she slide to the floor? Yeah, I can't blame her. This is not a good playing pitch. The pitch is bad. You cannot slide to this ground. You definitely take an injury. What we refer to in our Liberian way, you carry dollar home. She don't want to carry dollar. Let's go back to the field of play. Yasmo go for that third inning. And Promise Thomas scratch one against Thomas and one against the patient of Watanga. Scratch two against Thomas. She places well, making her way to the first base. She has arrived. Yeah. Now Rosalind Coker. Scratch one against Coker, one against the pitcher. Coker, she cooked that one very well. She held herself, and her teammate traveled to the second base. As it stands, Yashmo take the lead, double the lead, still in charge. While Watanga are still down, hoping to do something different. Now Ruth Thomas of Yashmo will have this one taken. It's Ruth. She tipped it very well. She made her way to the first base. Coker has made her way. Second base. No. And the Emperor said she need to come back. It's out. Yeah, it is. 2 out from Yashmo KC. And that player Promise Thomas Yashmo will be attended to. I wonder why every time there's an injured player fell to the ground, we'll have the medic coming to the player with water. With the exception of water, we don't have anything to be given to the player, most especially in this game. I think they need to upgrade themselves, have good medical practitioners as to run to the players instead of just having water be given to them by anyone. We are trying to improve the game. We should improve the game in every sector of the game. Both medically, it should be improved. Sticking is out, 3 is out into their third innings. Watanga will go for their third inning. They are still down 2 to Yashmo KC. Let's see what can they do What is the coach telling them? Are they to make the difference? Watanga, Diana, Yasu. Two against the Patriot. Free word given to Yasu of Watanga KC. It's now Jamila. So Gapla scratch 2 against Gapla. One against the pitcher. Hope this will not cause problem. Yes, Gapla made it very well in the middle of the field. Make her way to the first base. And Jasso making her way also to the second base. 2 of the bases has been occupied with no out. Watanga hope they have to do something special here. And the Emperor set 1 against Jofina Kwayon. Scratch 2 against Jofina of Watanga. Yes, she made it very well. Travel to the first base. Diana to the third base. And we also have Jamila Gabla making her way to the center base, which is the second base. With no out, Watanga places way in the air, is collected. 1 is out, with just 2 to go. We also have with us here Liberia Sports Radio Association Best Fan of the Year, Elijah Fan. Michelle trying hard and they go home. Watanga trying to do something special. Yeah, they are trying to do something special. It's out. We just want to go to return this game to a level playing pace. We'll have Howard taking it well. No. Let's see. Yes, she tried to do something. Scratch 2. We just want to go and they will have to go back to pitch. It's placed in the middle of the field and they will have to go on. It's now leveled here. Another one. It's out. What is happening? Martini, you just need to be careful. Relax yourself. Your friend may yourself home. Why can't you wait on the third base and wait for the other player to kick? But she tried to make her way home, but still in the base. She stole the base. And the first assistant umpire have to raise the flag. And they will have to go for that 4th inning. It's now 2 apiece. Yashmo made her way to the first base. Promise Thomas. Now Coca. They are desperate now. Just seeing the arrival of, and they just in the county, Bon County head coach in the football category, the man Samuel Sumo, being accompanied by the assistant coach Eric Robert. Still Yashmore, patient Robert now. Stretch 2 is out. Yes, it is. It's out. Now Ruth Thomas shot herself. No, I have to go on and on. Good game, competitive. There is no lead as it stands. Yashmore is in their 4th innings, while Watanga yet to go for their 4th inning. Free work been given to Yashmore. Grace Vanny is now Rose Coker. It goes in the air, Leonard to the floor, and she plays on display or goes home. Promise Thomas. It's now 3 to Yashmore KC. Now Adila Collie there, and they will have to make their way home again. What is happening? It's out. 3 out. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. I think our producer need to bring that shot again. Let's see what was happening there. Let's see that again. Yeah, the field is not good. Try to make her way home, but she slide and mistaking it field in the dirty water. Yeah. It is said Tanga KC will now go for her 4th innings. They are taking some cooling break, or in their game they refer to it as halftime. Let's see what are they saying. Still on break. If you are just joining us, you're watching Intel Sports, coming to you live at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex at the Keyboard Federation National League, the National Lottery Keyboard League. We are here at the board-headed field. This is where they play the game, which is just not good for them. And they are calling on government officials. They are calling on politicians, civil society organizations to help them and take them from this, from dust to turf. They need a turf to be placed here to have a good playing field for themselves. This has been a call over the time. When it comes to the league, they sustain injuries on a daily basis when it comes to the game due to what they refer to as improper playing pitch. Still on break, Watanga will go for that fourth inning, while Yasmore KC have done with their fourth innings. Let's see. They have returned back to the field of play. Otanga will now have Dianan Chasso is one against the patient, one against Dianan of Watanga. Two against the patient. She was one against the kicker. Since the be 2-2, as we reach the crucial stage, I won't have to do well. It's out. Then Jesso is out. It's taken now. While they're taken by Jamila, collected well. 2 out. Now to Finan. Finan. Stress one against Jofina and one against the patient. She put her right foot into it, good across the field. 2 against Jofina now. And now 2 against the patient. Let's see what happens. It's out, 3 is out. Watanga into their 4th innings. Still take the lead. Yashmore take the lead. And they will have to go for the last inning. Let's see what happens. Yasmore. Promise Thomas. Stress 1. Second Promise made her way to the first base. Now Roslyn Coker. Safe. Yeah, that was it. And that player will be returned to has promised Thomas. She has gotten up. And I will tell you, no pain, no gain. Still take the lead. It's now Patience Rabot. Still patient. Still patient. Rabot. She's sure of it. No, it's not working. An addition for Promise. Thomas is home. They have doubled their lead for the second time. It's now 4 to Yashmo, 2 to Watangai. See what happens. It's taking again. Collected this time around. And it's out for the first time. It's taking wide. Rose Cooker. It goes in the air. Troubling time. It's out. Two is out. Into the last inning. Now Adila Colley. The Colley put our foot into it. Travel wild into the sky. Let's see what happens. And that player make her way home. It's now 5. What is happening? What are they saying? Consultation to be made by the umpire. One home. There is no out. Triple the lead now. It's now 5. This could be another problem. 6. Yashmo 6, Watanga 2. Let's go begin to see me. I want to get my money. I see still. Yashmo will have to do all they can to defeat Watanga. They have tripled the lead. It's given, collected, it's out. Watanga will not go for her last inning, as they are still down to Yashmo. still having consultation. Batanga still having consultation. What are they saying? They will have to delay the turn of the game. Yeah, I'm seeing both the technical staff and the coach still talking with the players. They can still bounce back. Pity for the place. This player trying to make a way and the save. Ghana this time around have saved this one. I think they have listened to the instructions for now. The technical staffs as well as the coach. Jamila Klapper squares one. Sticking. A save again. It's another save. Continuous save from Bernard Jesso. And it's out. Now fit. Monsieur. Try to do something special. Still Monsieur. Still good across the field. And Dana Jesso lied to the page. She has admitted to bring water again. See what is happening now. 2 against Marshall. Two against the patient. It's sticking. It's out. 2 is out. Expectation fails. I don't think they're able to go back to level playing pace. I don't think so. But anything can happen at any time. Hopefully we'll have to turn things around with just a single out to go. It's rolled very well. And it is not out. This player, Diana Jesso, make her way home. It's now 3 to Watanga. Another one. They are trying to make it for themselves. It's safe. No, it's out. It's out. She was quite lucky enough. It's out. And Yasmo have walked away with the day. They are the winner for this encounter. Next, we will have our sisters going against their counterpart as well in the First Division League. We'll go for this break to be right back. So this is
Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station. Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports,
Hello and a pleasant welcome here on Sports Today, 30 minutes of live presentation of local sports news content in the world of sports here in Liberia. Let's bring you the headlines of today's stories covering our today edition on Sports Today. My name is Elijah Pine. Let's break you the headline for our show on today. Liberia Duard has begun training with the new clubs in the youth for the upcoming league season. And the talent development screen head coach of Liberia have hopeful of a greater future for the Liberian youth. On the other hand, Francis Grabado seems to return to the country following speculations of his contract with SC Facil in the upcoming league season. We'll go for this break to be right back. Let's break you now the details of our headlines. Liberia Honor 20 duo Vasco Smooth and Emmanuel Seed have started preseason training with Novid Passard, first team in Sabiat. Both Emmanuel and Vasco are on the same team with a legendary Sabiat international footballer Adam Lajasi, formerly of Fiorentina, AS Roma, and Inter Milan. Novid Passard qualified for the 2025-2026 UFAD Conference League qualifying round. Let them bring you some of the training sessions for Emmanuel and Vasco.
Adem, tu je sa nama šef stručnog štaba.
Novid Passard qualified for the
Samčević, Miletić, Bojat, Sise, Adešina, Opara, očekuje nas Adem, tu je sa nama šef stručnog štaba. Gačinović, Kurdić, Samčević, Miletić, Bojat.
FIFA talent coach Ahmed Nijed says he is confident that the Liberian youth national team will become competitive on the international scene. By the end of the ongoing FIFA Talent Development Screen Program organized by the Liberia Football Association, a 2-year global initiative aimed at nurturing elite young players. Launched by former Arsenal manager as a winger, the TDS is designed to support member association to support in building the high-performance environments, expanding coaching expectation to drive long-term football development in an exclusive development with Punch FM. Niger praised Liberian potential and expressed optimism about the future of the country's young players.
Certain mentality on our head. We always think about white men can change who we are, and I think that's a mindset of someone who cannot think far. Why you want to believe a foreigner can come from Europe to change you as an individual Liberian? I'm an African.
Okay.
I'm in Africa, the privilege to learn the game in international arena. I've got enough experience. Of course, the national team, I was the technical director. I've produced player in England, and that's why FIFA, they give me that job. So I think we need to think about a person to coach you and help you. And I'm glad I came here, because if maybe it was a white person, maybe won't even stay for a week and go back.
Okay.
Because I understand the culture and background as an African, and you guys, you have to be very, very proud for me to be here, because I can be flexible, and there's a time also I can be straight on what I want to achieve as an individual within FIFA organization. So we need to start believing on our own.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here, to try to sharpen these cultures over here. Also, they can go and learn the game of football in the international arena, and then come back home and give back to the community. But I don't understand why you give a doubt with someone who's been selected with profession with FIFA. I didn't come here to apply for the job from LFA. FIFA, they picked me to come in here in order to come and help. And me and Hassan Wenger, whenever we talk very, very positive about Liberia. And I know with my talent and knowledge, well, in 2 years' time, time will tell, and people will see exactly why I mean.
And Liberia international player Samson Dwyer see the move to Europe as a turning point in his career. Samson at the same time promises to put out a better performance in the upcoming league season, as his team is now qualified for the group stage of the FIFA Conference Cup. He made their session at Prime FM when making an appearance on the Expo show.
When you see where I'm from in our country here, you see how football is, and aspire a young kid to play at the highest level, as high as possible as I can. I knew that this was like a turning point in my career, because imagine coming from a second league and then going to one of the top teams in the country directly. It was like a huge turning point, because I knew what I was going into. I knew that this club is a club that plays European competition almost every season. I knew this club, they have pressure. They are not like where I was from, Vichkov. They are fans. If you don't play 1-2 games good, they turn on you. So I knew what I was getting into, so I just had to put my head down.
The Liberia Referees Association continued physical training ahead of the new league season at the SKD Sports Stadium in Pinzfield. The hearing Famonet, the Secretary General of the process, speaking to our cameras. Ahead of the Liberia Keyboard Federation tournament and the kick-off, as well as the knockout stage, the head coach of our sister Henry Kennedy expressed frustration within the players, at the same time calling on the players to let go if they cannot continue with the team. He made a session when his team loses 2 times in a row in the ongoing league season, as well as the knockout stage.
The player last season, not people to play in the league. You saw me sitting there, one instruction, all the fee. Then we tell them what to do, that's what they saw around my phone. How you gonna win competition with people? You're not angry to play. 5 innings, they put on play 1 year, we manage to hit 1. So the team are willing to play. The team come now, still money to play. Every day we talk to them, they don't respond to whatever they will talk to them. Yesterday we call for party, go by the 10 for party here in the morning.
So are you trying to make some shovel, let some people go?
Yeah, we'll let some people go next season. Next season. People on the team, they say they want to go to different team to go and play. So next season we'll get them all to go and play there. I'll be too happy to go all to go play on different team. Let's go experience different side. Over 2 years, every day they want to go on different team because they're not getting them money. So we allow them to go on different team. Where to find the riches and so we can get it. Yeah, we try to read good, we come back, we play vision next.
If you are just joining us, you're watching Sports Today on Intel Sports. With more development, we'll go for this break to be right back. Welcome back. Now to this development. Former RF8 First Division League champion Watangar FC have ended a day-long sports event over the weekend. Speaking to sports journalist, the Secretary General of Watangar FC, Emmanuel Soro, see the event as a means of uniting fans during the break ahead of the new league season.
Well, every time these teams, everybody becomes so bold and come out in hours, on weekends. So it's a good thing to see fans coming together. I really appreciate it in that kind of direction. As you know, football, you cannot have a fan, you cannot have a football club without fans. So the kind of innovation that I brought about, it's a good thing and it's welcome. Well, as we speak, Watangar is also named like every season we go for the championship. Even though sometimes you cannot get your immediate objective, but we are going up for it, and we're going to put all mechanisms in place to see how best we can obtain the championship we won 2026. Well, firstly, I would like to use the medium to say a big thank you to him for everything he did for the club. He's a big name in Liberian football. There's no question about it. And all of mutual consent we parted with this. So I just want to use the occasion to professional soldiers. Well, I don't want to delve into that right now, but we are having a discussion behind closed doors, and once something comes out of it,
For his part, the National Fan Day president of Liberia, Hilary Johnson, called on football lovers to prioritize their own instead of European football.
My team is a national fan base, so I don't know who you're talking about. So
I'm talking about Leicester Impact.
Yes, in a football game, one person have to win, and honestly, Watangar has suffered in Leicester for a very long time. When you go to the National League and the Orange Cup, so we decided as a fan to make them happy. Also, on their progress. So I think that was the result. It is a very good pleasure to be here. Our role at the national fan base is to push, making sure that football fans come together. When you see the attendance here, you see a lot of female. Before you will see dominant males. So they show that the fan base are doing well. And the reason why the national fan base are here, I'm here as the president. We have other stakeholders are here, and even big Martinez, is because Watangar holds the secretariat of the national fan base. They have been playing a major role all those years that we've been together. They are founding members. So invitation from Watangar is like we all are one, and that's why we are here today. The tenor is good, but sadly is because this is Pinsville. We want the Pinsville people to understand that football is changing in Liberia. Watangar represent what you go anywhere in Liberia. Watangar is the champion for Pinsville because they have carried the national league before. So they represent Pinsville. Even though Pinsville FC are also represented Liberia, but then when you go to Ghana, you see there will be a dominant fan that will attend the two Safi on such an occasion like this. So we are hoping that next time fan of Watangar will come, no matter the weather, no matter the condition. But the tenor is good because you see the female from Watangar, you see the female from B. Martin and Liska. They are here to grace the occasion. Yes, it is good, but we hope that the next time we'll have more dominant people from Pinsville honoring this invitation because the publicity was good. We saw the invitation came in earlier, the media did well. So we are hoping that we can have more.
Liberia First Division League champion FC Fasel are in advance talk with 39 years old former Liberia Lone Star striker Francis Grandpa Doe as part of their preparation for the upcoming CAF Champions League campaign. Doe, who last played competitive football in 2020, has emerged as a surprise target as FC Fasel look to boost up its attacking option ahead of the preliminary round of the continental competition. Club so said reinforcing the front line in a top priority. Despite questions surrounding his match fitness, Doe now featured in a professional game over 4 years and appeared visibly out of the shade in the veteran forward recently posted video of himself on ongoing intense solo training, sparking hope among things that a comeback may be on the card. FC Fasel pursued for though comes after the club faced criticism last season for signing Asian Liberian internationals Zad Kringard and Solomon Grimes. Both veterans, however, defied expectation and play key roles in helping the club secure the domestic title. Liberian rising star Natu Swan is set to feature in the 2025-2026 Youth League as his club FC Sheriff Transport begin its campaign in the first qualifying round. The draw was held on Tuesday, June 17, 2025 in Nord, Switzerland, paired in Moldovan champion with Kosovan outfit FC Prestitina. The two-leg tie will begin on July 10, with the first leg taking place at FC Sheriff home ground in Transport. The return leg is scheduled for July 17 in Kosovo. Swan is a key defender for the Liberia men's national team. He has continued to attract international attention. He has continued to attract international attention with his solid performance at the club and national levels. Many thanks for following us here at Intel Sports on Sports Today. That's the end of our today's presentation on Sports Today. My name is Elijah Pine. Bye-bye.
Premier and Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, Intel Sports. We offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre and post productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, You can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television. Mary Sports has the allies happiness as well as stories, all is allies happiness as well as live conversation, the analysis and discussions with the stakeholders, players, and fans live and direct on Intel Sports. Weekend Wrap comes your way every Saturday from 10 to 12 midday. Join your presenters, Elijah Pari and Edwin Matafuyi, live and exclusive on Intel Sports. Join the live Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television station. Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television station. Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television. Mary Sports has the allies happiness as well as stories, all is conversation, the analysis and discussions with the stakeholders, players, and fans live and direct on Intel Sports. Weekend Wrap comes your way every Saturday from 10 to 12 midday. Join your presenters, Elijah Pari and Edwin Matafuyi, live Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, Intel Sports. We offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television.